In fact, it's the goal of the International Union of Police, National Crime Prevention Council, and AIL to get the child-safe kits or McGruff kits out to 100% of the community. But in reality, that is going to be impossible without your help. So what they are asking every family to do is sponsor in 100% of the families that you know in your area to receive the kits at no cost to you and no cost to them either. So when most people are doing is grabbing their cell phones and going from A to Z so they don't miss protecting any children. So go ahead and grab your phone. Who is the first person in your contacts under the letter A that has children under 18? Yeah. The next benefit you qualified for is your no-cost will kit. With everything going on, most people are scrambling to get a will prepared and are realizing that wills cost a lot of money. In fact, the cost of a will in North America ranges from $940 to $1,500 per individual. Even more surprising is how many families don't have a will prepared. They realize that everyone, yeah, exactly. They realize that everyone has a beneficiary for their bank accounts and their life insurance, but very people have a will set up to take care of their children and the lives they leave behind. So here is your will kit. Since wills are so important in times like these, they are allowing you to extend $10,000 worth of will kits to your 10 closest family and friends. They will receive the kits at no cost through your sponsorship. Most people start with their family first because you will be in their will. Then sponsor close friends. So what's your oldest brother's name? Okay, this is your AIL Plus card. This is not health insurance. This card is no cost and it will give you discounts on vision, prescriptions, hearing, and chiropractic services. Here is the service number. This website also lists all the providers in your area. Go ahead and fill this middle section out and they will receive a card so that you can start receiving the discounts. Pretty nice benefit, hey? This is your family information guide. This works with your will kit, so when something happens to you, your family will know exactly what to do. After you fill this out, you want to put this in a safe place at your home. There's one for each of you. On top is where you put in your vital information, name, birthday, social, etc. Have either of you ever been in the military? Okay. Persons to be notified. This is the most important part. Did you know millions of dollars go unclaimed in life insurance each year because either the family doesn't know about the insurance, they don't know how to make a claim, or the company can't find the beneficiary in the first place? So what they are saying is that what you need to do is put down 5 people each that can be there to help your family out immediately when something happens to you. So who are the top 5 key people that can help in the event of an emergency or death? Your estate information goes here. You have life insurance outside of work, right? Okay. Well, make sure to put it in pencil because it is temporary. This part is for your financial institution information. Do you use checking or savings? List that information here because when you die, someone in your family has to close your accounts. And here are your funeral service and final requests. This is very important. Have either of you ever had to plan a funeral? Do you want cremation or burial? Either way, it's really expensive. Remind me before I go, part of the program takes care of your final expenses, but you will need to qualify for that. Do you see how important this guide is? Yeah, I know. Now, because you have an in with the union and AIL, they are allowing you to extend the same no-cost benefit package to the people in your life that you are going to help out when something happens to you. So they're going to be receiving a $2,000 accidental death and dismemberment certificate, AIL Plus card, family information guide, will kit, and child safe ID kits of their own. Now, they do have to qualify. They have to be over 21, live in Canada, and be employed. So, Sam, we will take care of your family first, close friends, then all of your coworkers that you haven't sponsored for the Wills kit or McGruff kits. You said you had a brother. What is his name? Now, Sam, it's very important that you let the people you sponsored know who I am first. In fact, you do text, right? Everybody texts, right? I'm going to send you a text right now that you can send to them so that they know exactly what's going on and how important this is. Go ahead and forward this text to them right now because if you're anything like me, you'll probably forget to do this later. Go ahead. Yeah. Since your brother Jim will be in charge, go ahead and give him a call so we can fill him in. I'll wait while you do that. When the call is answered, hi, this is Dave Gladwell with American Income Life. They do the permanent insurance benefits for the Alberta Landscaping Association. I'm sitting here with your brother Sam, and he has arranged for you to receive a no-cost benefit package. My job is to go over them with you so that you have it for your records and know what to do when something happens. There is a certificate of coverage that I need to explain to you, along with some benefits he was able to sponsor you for. It's very important. What's the best time to explain this to you and your wife, Molly? Oh, I'd better check. What shifts are you and Molly working these days? Great. I can take care of you guys today. I've got a 6 p.m. or 8 p.m. open. What works best for you and Molly? Okay, Sam and Molly, since you didn't find out exactly what your brother Jim did for you, I'll back up a bit. Now, as they mention in the letter, there's a program that they've set up for the members. In fact, this is the Labor Advisory Board. It consists of 54 international labor and association leaders. They're very important because what they do is help advise and make recommendations. So when, as, excuse me, yeah, they make recommendations as to where the gaps in your benefits are and what benefits people really need. They're asked us to read this letter to each of the members, and since Jim sponsored you, I'll read it to you. You see, that's the reason they were chosen to do the program for the unions, because they realize that typically 31 days after you leave your job, get laid off, or retire, you can lose all of your insurance benefits, or they greatly reduce. These are permanent and portable insurance benefits, and if you qualify, you keep them for the rest of your life. Pretty nice, hey? In fact, they don't just work with police, firefighters, and teachers. They work with over 40,000 groups and are rated A+, and over 5 million members are enrolled. So they must be doing something right, wouldn't you say? But just because your brother Jim extended these benefits to you, it doesn't mean you're automatically allowed to enroll. You do have to qualify. If you're too high risk, they can't let you in. So they have me ask you a couple of questions just to make sure. Have you ever had any arrests, including DUI? Of course not. Have either of you used any tobacco or marijuana in the last 12 months? Okay. Do you take any prescription medications? Yeah, most of us do, right? Have you ever had any health issues in your lifetime? Any family history of cancer, diabetes, or heart disease? No? Okay. Based on what you've told me, I'm not sure if you qualified yet, but you do have a chance, so I can at least explain the benefits to you. The needs analysis determines needs based on three things: family situation, benefits you already have, and income. So what they have me do is ask you a couple of questions to see exactly what you might qualify for. Now, Sam and Molly, did Jim fill you in on the Our Power program? Oh, he didn't. Our Power is a very old principle that says members should take the first 2 hours of their weekly wage and set it aside to protect themselves and provide for their family future. Now, 2 hours of your wage each week is roughly 1/20th of your income, right? And that's not going to change your lifestyle any, is it? Of course not. Any financial planner, though, would tell you to set aside 10 to 15% of your income. Your program is based on 2 hours, which is only 5%. So all the members can qualify. Now, provided that you can qualify, they allow you to set aside between $20 to $100 a week. Every member has different situations and different hourly wages. What I am obligated to do is show you what setting aside your 2 hour combined will do and what kind of protection that will be provided. Then when I'm done, they'd like to have your opinion on this report card that goes directly back to them. Is that fair? So Sam, what do you make an hour? Okay. And Mary, what do you make an hour? I'm sorry, Molly, what do you make an hour? Sorry, Mary was the last person I talked to. Now, what I am going to do is to show you what setting aside 40 $65 a week will do for your family. Just like in any other enrollment period, provided that you can qualify, there are forms that need to be filled out together today. And that's not something that we can do later over the phone. So be sure to stop me anytime that you have questions. Is that fair? Good, good. Okay. Now they're concerned with three major areas: accidental injuries, final expenses, and paycheck protection. The first area they are concerned with is when you were injured in any type of accident, have either one of you thought about what you will do when you get injured in an accident? Well, the Labor Advisory Board and American Income have given it a lot of thought. Their concern isn't that your medical bills won't be taken care of. You have health insurance to take care of that. When it's job related, then workers' compensation is there, and a lot of members have some form of disability. What they are concerned with is lost wages and other expenses that start adding up. Sam, when you end up in hospital, even though your medical bills are taken care of, no one pays you to be there. And Molly, when you get that phone call, obviously you won't be working either. You will be by his side, and vice versa. God forbid something happens to any of your children in the case of no one is working, right? Yeah. So, Sam, when you and Molly or any of your kids get hurt and have to go to the emergency room, they're going to send you up to $300 just for taking the time to go get the injury looked at. That's for any kind of accident, whether you scrape your knee, need stitches, on or off the job. That money comes to you here at home. The only exception to that is when you have to stay overnight in the hospital. They're going to send you $600 a day for up to a full year. This ends up being one, yeah, yeah. This ends up being payments of $600 a week. Now, let me ask you, when that money comes in, will that help your family? Yeah, of course it will. Now, the only exception to that is when you have to stay in intensive care. They're going to send you dollars a day for up to 2 full weeks. The reason why it's 600 a week is because usually when you're in intensive care, it's a life or death situation. Does that make sense? Yeah. Now,